Hola clase! Today we're going to talk about adjective agreement in Spanish. Take your note-taking device and follow along. Adjectives in Spanish have to modify or match the noun they are describing in gender and in number. This is something we don't have to think about much in English. Here are a few rules. Adjectives will come after the noun in Spanish. For example, they will not say the white house, they will say the house white, la casa blanca. If you're describing someone or something that is feminine, the adjective will usually end in an A. If you're describing a noun that is masculine, the adjective will usually end in an O. If the adjective ends in a consonant, meaning not a vowel, like azul, or an E, like grande or inteligente, it usually stays the same. And if you're talking about more than one person or thing, add an S or an ES to your adjective. This is also something that English speakers don't have to do. So how do you know if a noun is masculine or feminine? Here's a good thing to remember. If a noun ends in L, O, N, E, R, or S, it's probably a masculine noun. If a noun ends in D, ION, Z, or A, it's probably a feminine noun. Let's practice. Tell me if these nouns are masculino or femenino. Paz. Femenino, it ends in a Z, like in Dianza, La Paz. Niño. Masculino, it ends in an O. Tradición. Be careful. Femenino, it ends in an ION, not just an N. Perfume. Masculino, el perfume. Felicidad. La felicidad es femenino. Árbol. Es masculino. It ends in an L, which is part of loners. Rumor. Es masculino también. All right, we have to pay attention to if it's masculine or feminine and singular or plural when adding adjectives. Let's take a look at these words. Escuelas. This one is femenina por la A because of the A and plural because of the S. Make sure you're looking at the S for the number and the next letter for the gender. Hospitales. Es masculino y plural. But were you looking at the right letter? In this case, the ES tells us that it's plural, not just the S. The L tells us that it's masculine. Complicaciones. Es femenino y plural. The ION tells us that it's feminine. Hombre. Es masculino y singular. Pared. Es femenino y singular. Marcadores. Es masculino y plural. Like all rules, there are some that break the rule. Check out these. Mujer ends in an R. That's part of loners, but it's actually a feminine word. How do we know if it breaks the rule? We just happen to know the word. All right, let's add the adjectives. Take a look at these sentences. Find the adjective in our vocabulary list. Check the noun for gender and number and make the adjective match. Pause the video and answer the questions. Were you correct? Let's see. Las chicas son perezosas. El hombre es grande. Unos lápices son rojos. Un maestro es inteligente. Los profesores son altos. Nosotras somos graciosas o cómicas. Excelente. Te toca a ti. It's your turn. Grab your homework on the back and change the adjective's ending based on what it is describing. Buena suerte!